No singing?
There ain't nobody gonna do it for you. Got to find your own. I wanna wander out of the valley where the river takes us far away from home. Time to ponder in the fields around me, where there's nothing but the breeze and the great unknown. Leave your worries and your suitcase. All you don't need, nothing but you. So don't throw your hopes down a wishing well. It's your heart's desire.
This is adorable.
Come and sail with me to the open ocean, where you don't have to dream because there's
My lunchbox. She's barking at the scarecrow. Get it. Roadside break somewhere in Illinois. I think I'm near past El Paso. So I've been taking highway something 32 east or 26 east. Anyway, I'm gonna make I stopped at the store and I bought some gluten-free wraps and some just eggs. So I'm gonna make a burrito, breakfast burrito. Yummy! I have to admit, it can be really hard, especially when I'm traveling a lot, seeing all the fast food, Dunkin' Donuts. I craved Dunkin' Donuts like for a year, and I have not stopped at Dunkin' Donuts because I know it's going to make me feel bad. You know, I know that even like Burger King, I know a lot of the places have like Beyond Burger and stuff now, which, ew, I don't like hamburgers anyway, so I wouldn't, you know, vegan fake burger that tastes like burger is not my thing. But it can be really hard. You know, you're surrounded by all this fast food and you smell the fries, and I smelled fried chicken earlier. So this is a nice way to treat myself. This is, you know, ready-made just egg, you know, as opposed to doing my own tofu scramble. And it's a really, I made this in 10 minutes and it's healthy-ish, you know, I mean, it's got the fake cheese and, you know, it is, it's not Whole Foods. I bought a canned bottled salsa and I bought the bottled egg, but it's healthier than McDonald's. It's better for me than McDonald's, and it's still a treat for me. It feels like a treat. A breakfast burrito isn't something I make every day. So it's a good way to treat myself, to feel like, so that I don't feel so that I don't feel like I'm depriving myself. Because anybody who's ever been on a diet, you know what happens when you feel like you're depriving myself. So, and I do the same thing when I'm in the grocery store. It's like, cookies, you know, even vegan gluten-free cookies, you know, the first ingredient or the second ingredient is sugar. And I'm like, you know what? I'll go home and I'll make my own. That way I know exactly what's in it. I don't have to have all the sugar and the preservatives and things like that. So it's good to treat yourself with healthy food so that you don't fall prey to the unhealthy food that's all around you, especially when you're traveling. And like I said, I threw that together in 10 minutes. You know, I probably could have even done a tofu scramble in 10 minutes, but I like the just egg. That's so good. It's really not that hard to eat healthy on the road. Or should I say healthier or healthy-ish. It's still better than McDonald's. Is there a bug? Got a bug on your ear? Bored to death driving again. And I was just feeling the bumps on my steering wheel on my cruise control. The pattern of bumps is there's only bumps on the on button, not on the off, and there's ridges on resume, and there's a different bump pattern on coast. Thoughts from the road today, and I was thinking it was Braille, and I was like, oh yeah, it's Braille. So I guess the pattern on the on button means on, and since there's nothing on off, that tells the blind person driving. I'm sorry, seeing impaired. And I'm sitting here for, 5 minutes thinking about this. And then I was like, wait a minute. People who can't see can't drive. Oh boy. Sometimes. And I'd like to say it may be a senior moment, but I've always had lapses in thought like this. I don't know. I think we all do, right? I think we all do. We're like, oh yeah, it's Braille. So that people can read the on using Braille. They can turn on their cruise control. Yeah. Wait a minute. Silly girl. I'm silly. I'm silly, aren't I? Am I silly? Okay, no, you can't come over. I know. We're gonna get out in a minute, make breakfast. Stopping at a something pantry. Farmer pantry or something. I don't know. Let's go check it out. Well, I thought it was an Amish store. They have some Amish things, but not all Amish things. It's just like a country store. Ooh, nut and seed butter. I just bought some. Oh, wow. $13.99. It was just $18.99 in Kroger's or something like that. It was crazy. Oh, here's some Amish popcorn. Microwave popcorn. That seems weird to me, since the Amish probably don't have microwaves. Ooh, look at all the spices. But they're not organic. I always buy organic. And I don't know if these are Amish. Ooh, I'll get some coffee. Oh my gosh, who remembers rock candy? Oh, look at all these old candies, Smarties. Ooh, I love these. Oh my gosh. See how hard it is to not buy junk food? It's everywhere. Look at that. Candy necklace. Wow. Well, I managed to walk away without buying any junk food. I just got some almond butter, some gluten-free bagels, and the coffee. Fun little stop, though. Let's get back on the road.
41 point. Over at the Mercantile Exchange, we've got October live cattle closing $144.85, down $1.02.5. The September feeder cattle $178.20, up 2.5 cents, and the October lean hogs at $94.12.5, down 30 cents. This has been Brittany Kluver from Prospect Bank, the Opportunity Bank, with your closing market report.
Bills are paid.
Hello, Indiana. And this on the right is why I can't even eat eggs anymore. Look at, those are all chickens. Chickens, 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 chickens. It's hot outside. They're under there in tiny little cages in their own crap, in their own mess, with just those little fans. Yeah. Can't do it. So I ended up staying at a private campground. I went out of my way. There was a couple campgrounds that I checked out that were too close to the highway, and I'm getting cranky. One of them made me mad because they wouldn't let me drive through the campground. So I just left in a huff without even trying. And so I ended up at one. It was a little further north, called Little Creek Campground. It was more of a residential, or at least a seasonal campground, but it was fine for the night. Not cheap. I think $40 or something close to that. But back on the road the next day, hitting Ohio, trying to just put the miles down. here's where things started getting a little tougher for me on my journey east. I was in Ohio and I was looking for a place to camp, and I checked out one state park, and it was a long road to get to the campground in the state park. Again, I was tired, didn't look close enough. By the time I got out there, I realized it was pretty much just tent camping. There wasn't really any room for me. So I was along a river. It was a beautiful spot. So I was like looking at the map, and I saw another state park, or at least one other state park. And I'm like, okay, I'll check out this other state park. So I got to the state park. There was a campground host who was right there. She had a big board. There was only one campsite left. So this is Ohio State Park. There was only one campsite left, and I had to reserve it online. She couldn't reserve it for me. And in order to reserve it online, I had to first set up an account. And this is the second state last year in like Pennsylvania or something. Trying to set up an account online through these state park systems is a time-consuming, long process that is rife with errors. You make one mistake, you have to start over, and then the campsite says that it's reserved, and you have to wait 15 minutes until you log back on because it's still in your basket. I mean, it was a nightmare. I was literally sitting in my RV losing my temper, just sitting there trying to get, I'm like, the campground host is right there. Why can't she just check me in? I was worried I would lose the site. So things didn't start off very well in this campground, and they didn't get any better. It's midnight in a campground. So you think when you spend $36 on a state park, you can expect that at least you're gonna have quiet hours, but apparently not. So not only was I up till after 1 o'clock in the morning because the people across from me were partying first thing this morning, kids are screaming for a wage fee, just noise. I'm not happy. I'm very tired. Can't believe they're up. No. Thing is, the campground host was right there, one trailer away from me. Didn't do a thing. So this morning I let Sadie go for a minute into the woods. The host was outside. I'm like, yeah, I dare you. Come out, because I will challenge her. What? You only follow some rules, or you only enforce some rules? I'm gonna complain. I'm really upset. You know, I mean, after driving all day, I am tired. I'm trying to take care of myself, but it's really hard. You know, it's really hard. As an introvert, I'm getting a little overwhelmed by all the peopling and all the driving, and there's just nothing I can do about it. There is no boondocking. And so, you know, you have an expectation. You pull into a park and you pay that you're gonna be able to get a good night's sleep. Not so much. And you think this time of year it wouldn't be packed. Not so much. So this is Mary Jane Thurston State Park near Grand Rapids, Ohio. I did walk into Grand Rapids last night. There's a nice trail along the river, and there's a little canal, and it's like a third of a mile in. And I did end up walking in there last night. It was pretty. I didn't take any pictures, so fuck this video. You know, usually when I come out to public, I'm bubbly and chatty, and I'm like, I don't even want to say good morning. I'm putting my head down. Sure sign that I'm overwhelmed and tired. Yeah. I have a campground that I booked for 2 nights, 3 hours from here, so we're gonna hit the road. And I think I'll stay there longer because it'll clear out on Monday, so it'll be nice. just sitting out there drinking their coffee. Actually, they kept, look at how close their neighbors are. They got neighbors back there, and they were sitting right there. You can see the fires. Music playing, laughing, singing, till after midnight. You know, I've said this before in other campgrounds, that I can't get mad at this in the National Forest. I mean, I do, you know, but in the National Forest, there are no quiet times or anything like that. I don't think. Probably not. Unless it's in like a regular designated campsite, there might be quiet hours. But, you know, if I'm boondocking somewhere and someone pulls up next to me and makes noise, you know, they're allowed to do that. I have expectations when I pay for a site, especially when I pay $36 for a site. Again, second night, I mean, I paid $37 the night before in that private one, which was quiet at least. I have an expectation when I pay for a site and that has posted rules that I'm going to get a good night's sleep and that the rules are going to be followed, you know. But you can't always count on that, can you? Here's the thing about that. If I wanted a noisy place to sleep, I could have stayed for free at Walmart or a rest area. There were plenty of them. And I thought about it, but I was like, no, I really want something quiet. I mean, I know it's Friday night. I know people have a right to have friends over, you know, and in the beginning I was like, okay, you know, they're allowed to do this. Hopefully, you know, they'll just quiet down a little bit for 10 o'clock quiet hours. But instead, as often happens when alcohol is involved, things got louder. Music got louder, the singing got louder. And campgrounds that campground, man, had no privacy whatsoever. The people next to me, their campfire ring was right outside my back window. Okay, I'll stop complaining now. Rough morning, rough night. But we're in the day use area right next door. This is the day use area next door to the campground, state park. I walked over here last night. It's nice and peaceful and beautiful over here on the river. The dam. And there's the path that goes to the town. So Grand Rapids is like they call it a daycation, the perfect daycation spot. Right on the river. It's an original canal town and restored to all its Victorian heritage and everything. It's actually very cute and it looks like a nice place to go for a daycation. There's restaurants and bars and shops. The Mill House. It's a pretty little town. I stopped on my way out, looked around, took some pictures. I started a new thing today. If the squeegees are complete shit and old and trashed and they don't work and the squeegee things are falling off and I throw them in the garbage. You should replace it. I'll probably dig it out of the garbage. This is me when, cranky. I'm cranky. Yeah. Right. I got a little cranky there. I got tired. It's a lot driving cross country by yourself. And anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I left a couple things in that I would normally take out, you know, in my crankiness, like fuck this video. I just thought you might think it was funny. So I decided to leave it in, kind of like an inline blooper. And next time I stop at an Amish store and I find a very surprising, awesome place to camp. So that is coming up next as I make it further east. So stay tuned and do me a favor, check to make sure you're still subscribed to my channel, even if you think you are, because people get unsubscribed all the time. And thank you so much for being here and watching all the way through. And don't forget, my North Carolina meet and greet is coming up Thursday. What month are we in? November 3rd from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Jordan Lake Ebenezer Shelter 2 near about 30 miles from Raleigh. The information is in the community tab, so check it out there. And I've also done a video, so if you need the details again, you can just do a search on my channel for the video. And I look forward to seeing you guys then. Thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned next time for something a little lighter, something a little more fun and gorgeous. All right, I'll see you next time. In the meantime, be happy, be free, and be kind. See you soon.